here's some things that fighters say to me that make me not want to put them in fights. When they say, hey, my dad or my mom wants to know, when are you going to let me fight? And they're an adult. That's something I expect from children, because we have a lot of varying rules from state to state when it comes to children. But when it comes to adults, and they're still saying my dad and my mom, guess what? You don't want to fight. Your mom and dad want to fight through you, but you don't want to fight. So I'm cautious when fighters come to me and they say, hey, I can't do something. Hey, hey, what are we going to work today? I'm not kicking, blah, 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 blah. Once they start telling me how they're going to train, I'm working around them, because they're not giving me an option. Telling me that you have an injured knee or foot is one thing. Telling me what you're not going to do, you've already shut yourself down for other options. In other words, I couldn't get you to stand on one leg and just practice air kicks at that point, because you've already told me what you're not going to do. You're not going to do anything that involves that foot or that leg. When fighters say, Coach, tell me when you think I'm ready, you'll never be ready enough. In my estimation, you'll never be ready enough. If I have to look at my own background, I should have never fought. I should have never fought. Regardless of what belts I might have won or whatever, I should have never fought. Because you'll never be ready. You will never be ready. What you can do is be ready for the moment. You just have to be ready for the moment. I can never tell you to be ready for a home invasion. You just have to be ready for the moment. You just have to respond to it the best way you know how, based on your previous training, based on your scope of knowledge, skills, and abilities at the moment. So every day that you train, you should be ready. All right. If someone else has to determine that, then I don't think you'll ever be ready enough, to be quite honest. It's about as bad as the one where mommy and daddy want you to fight, but they're leaving it up to somebody else to determine that. That's too many channels. The best channel is you. When I worked in the security field and I had to manage the fire suppression system for a company, one of the basic rules of managing the fire suppression system is eliminating other people who manage the same system. So we wanted to narrow it down to only one team had that responsibility, and no one could supersede their authority. It just works out a lot better. So when a fighter clearly makes his mind up, that's the best fighter. That's the best time to go into a fight, because that window's small. There's a window where for about 5 to 9 weeks, you want to do this. And then it starts to close. And then, don't get me wrong, it may open up again, but it's about a 5-week window at a minimum, 9 weeks maximum. And when you find a fighter that is in that mode, that's when you go. I am Coach Suss, and you've had words with the Mad Coach.